Yeah. What? No. Why? Fucking Winter will just not let go. Give up the ghost, Winter. You're done. Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Hey, Paul's in the house. Gumbo Paul. See if this is ringing. There it is. Especially if I make a big, like, martini out of something. Morning, haha, CB. It's fucking Monday. Right. Let's see. Let's see who we can draw in here. We're going all platforms, guys. I'm streaming, hun. It's okay. Colleen's in the other room playing the new Far Cry. Fucking loves it. That game's amazing. Have you guys played that yet? It's Monday and CB just got off work, hun. He's out in the middle of the Pacific. Out of control. Yeah, I know. The mind plays Boggle. Alright, what the hell am I doing here? Oh yeah, member YouTube, so that's me. Alright, so we're going all fronts. Let's see how many peeps we can pop in here. I'm gonna go GBA, MS Royale, Model Maker Boom Hut, obviously everyone at the good Alex the Doof Hut. There we go. Hey Jeff. Everybody, Jeff showed up to the party. A little fog. So you guys can see a little bit of the GBA cannon fodder build that I put together here. Spinning idly around. Balances on an action base with just a couple of skewers and clips because them wings is heavy. Let's see. Maybe I can set up a better backdrop. One sec, my work Google. Yeah, it's straight. No worries. I'm going to try and set up a different background so that I can give you guys a little bit of a better angle on it. Let's see, it won't be that much as this much. Oops. Much better. There it is. That's the Jeff we know and love. There, my dudes. I just detached my camera mount from its base. This way you guys don't have to peeps the old lady in the other room. Right. It's really blown out because of the light. This camera has a hard time seeing. But you guys get the idea, right? Yeah, those wings are nice, right? I'm sorry, this is probably really loud because I'm really close to the microphone, but yeah, in reality, it's amazing. Really blown out right now. I wonder if I do this. A little more chiaroscuro. Yeah. How about that? It's a thing. It's not exactly what I originally sketched out, but it was an idea that I had, excuse me, while I was sketching that out, and I chose this pose as opposed to my original pose. If you guys saw the sketch, I have it right here. Hang on. Like, literally have all of my drawings and stuff for that right here. I'm gonna reset the camera. Drop the camera. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad the sound in the camera is good. You can see that. So this was the axe. I had the original Buzz axe, man, here I am talking Borderlands again. So I had the original little axe, and I thought about doing like a big pole axe. But I chose on, doing the smaller, like broad axe style, and obviously I extended the coil quite a bit more. Turned out pretty good. But here's my original Zach. I do a lot of my drawings and then trace over them on vellum. That way you can reverse it either way. Just add a little bit of white to shade it in. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, here you go. So I had these wings forward with, and then you can put these guys together and get the positioning just right, and then trace all that. If you don't really have, if you don't have a light table or something. So I did that, did some inks on it, to try and render it a little bit better and get my mind wrapped around some of the different forms. I came up with this here. So originally I thought of doing this traditional Zaku feet forward with the bazooka out pose, and the wings flapping forward, and it's very like, yeah, this is a pretty cool pose, but this is a very stereotypical pose. This is what you see every Zaku. Every Zaku has the bazooka out, the Shars, blasting, killing 3 Fetty ships in a one run, and blah, 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 blah. I wanted it to be a little bit different, so I chose to not go with that and stick with a little bit more of the open wing format. And that's how I got to this pose. Get in here. It's a lot of, so I did all of that stuff in the first couple of weeks of January before I got my kit, before I started building. Figure out, oh, this is cool. I made myself a coloring book for vacation. I actually had Colleen help me out. She printed out all the pictures, which was really great. I just found these line arts. Here's my, love that, right? Pretty neat. Just coloring with colored pencils. Where's this other one? I chose a bunch of like Ashamar, just some really cool stuff. XS, RX. There you go, this one. I was working on this one. This is an interesting color, right? A little bit, but I was doing a little bit muted, a little casual. Anyhow, staying busy, having fun. Hey, what's up, Don? Donovan's in the house. This is the... I'll do that. I do that a lot. I think I get that from Mike Wolf. I'm going to blame him for that one. We're popping open this guy. It's old school. I love that inner card. The inner head. Alright, there's like 100 fucking... It hates me. I get myself into. Wait a minute, let's pull this back in. Hey, I'm here too. I'm doing a little Justinia style with me in the corner and the kit in the center. Actually, Alex did this the other day too, right? So that's cool. Okay. You guys are gonna have to suffer through. I haven't done like a room tour because I don't have a room per se. My wife tolerates me using the majority of our office space to do this kind of thing and play video games. But she has the nice couch and the giant television in the living room to play video games on, so it's kind of a trade. I think that I get the better deal, honestly. She's very forgiving. I appreciate it. We got a big ass shield. This is a polycap? Are those? It looks like it's a polycap sheet. Jesus Christmas. $11 cups of coffee? Right on. I feel your pain. Thanks for checking in, Stevie. Peace. Judas. How many runners is it? Look at that. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 runners. And I once complained about a couple of high grade unicorn full armors. So when I separate my runners, I separate them into colors for the most part, and then go from there. Do you guys separate them in any other way? Do you go alphabetical? I know some people use stands like oh shit, like a dish drainer or something like that. Some sort of rack, and they have special stands for that, for like a office organizer for folders to hold the runners up. But I mostly just keep them in boxes, stacked up on the hard edge. Of course, this box is pretty fucking huge. Pretty darn huge. Darn. Oh, the skirt. So this is really just to dish drying. Yeah, there you go. Right on. That's what I was talking about. This is kind of like my warm-up to the Burka. This is the Burka. Burka is a mighty monster. I stopped counting. Like piles on the flat, Jeff? You just like flipping through that things like they're old school floppy disks, or are you like do you keep them shits like sort of organized? You got a Fogue method? Well, you've said this before, how you're OCD and also a little bit anal retentive with your setups. Your room is incredibly impeccable. I would have that shit stacked full of stuff. But I like toys, so. Maybe someday Colin and I will have a bigger spot. Oh, floppies, yeah, remember floppies? Yeah. I still have 2 bags full of runners to open. Literally just filled my garbage can. Alright, what do we got? I got... What runner is this? 2 runner eyes. Alright, we're looking at leg components. Dueling components. Oh yeah, so I was playing Monster Hunter, right? It's a great game, gotta say. And in the game, much like many other games, there is the option to do gestures to your compadres, compatriots, your contemporaries. And I bought one of the versions that had, oh nice, like, I guess it's still the same thing. That had like samurai pack. and it gives you the I keep talking to the mic and you guys are right there. It gives you the option to do this gesture called the samurai slap, and it's essentially, or no, the sumo slap. So it's essentially like a sumo like slap, and then you do like ihanda, like a fast attack. It's amazing. Zip drives in a box somewhere. You know, I think I still have a zip drive with stuff on it from college, from like 1999 or the year 2000. Long time ago. So I have time for it. Oh, cool. So you're gonna play dip into a little bit of Monster Hunter. It's a great game. I have a great time playing it. I really like the way. I mean, co-op is a little bit wonky if you're trying to play with someone specifically, but if you're into casual co-op, it's really cool. I spend half my time jumping in and helping people out and getting rewards that I want. I just got this fucking sick set of armor. I look like this crazy, like poison doctor meets gunslinger meets bloodborne kind of thing, but I have a gigantic fire sword that looks like a surfboard on steroids on my back. It's insane. All right. I still haven't counted the runners, but I haven't discounted them either. All right, what do I got here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 29. 29 runners. I'm willing to bet that we're going to use, I'm going to use, we who, me who, that's who. Going to use every one of these pieces. All 50 window floppies, like the 50, only 50 that exist. You're like the seed bank in the, out in the Scandinavian area. Something reason we keep them around for nostalgia. Use them as cup holders or coasters. Oh wait, there's one more. One tiny little clear runner. Look at that. What's up? So, all right. So this is a master grade kit, right? This little bit of nothing. Nothing that matters, Mike. Because I'm a never stickers kind of guy. I do like the dry rubs. They actually give you more dry rubs, it looks like, in here than they give you stickers. They do, and that's the best. They give you the shield markings as a dry rub, which is smart because it looks so much fucking better. But you get this tiny little sticker sheet and this tiny little dry rub sheet. For the Verka, I have sheets upon sheets of decals from my various sources. I think I said that before. Now I'm just going on about it. Alright, so let's get started on this. Let's set everything aside. Now, I've never looked at this kit before, so you're going to have to give me a little bit of a break. I've a quarter-inch doom floppy. Aww. Need a decal sheet tour? We're live, so let's go for it. Should we just do all the decals? Or should we just do the Verka decals? Try this is out. I'll just pull it to the drawer. Gotta get that out of the way. It's not really a 4-inch stack, but I'm getting started. I only started doing this again about a year ago, so give me a break. Drawer though. What do we got here? Oh, these are mine layer water or dry rubs, and this is blowing me up here. What's going on? That didn't help. I have a bunch of lights at my disposal. Come on, light. Does that one help? Nope. No lights help. Alright. Is what it is. Alright, so these are for the mine layer. This is standard. What are these? XXXGO1 Wing Verka decals? Got those. Mastermind Zaku 2. These, I tried to use some of these on the kit. And one of the dudes that was on the GBA forums posted his kit, I think, or he posted it somewhere, like up on up or something. Where the fuck would I see it? I don't know, maybe Insta? I'm not 100% sure, but they are a hard decal to use, so if you can see them, they're cool, like skulls and crossbones, like all these dope dragons down here, and a lot of the dragons have like a Xeon symbol like worked in with them. A bunch of skull and crossbones here, some masterminds, a bunch of Zaku markings, like serial number style markings. But the decals themselves are incredibly thick, and so what I had tried to do was I wanted to put one on like the head, like the skull on the head or something, you know, just fuck around. And there was no way that was gonna ever happen. So I tried. It didn't work out. I actually salvaged the decal and put it on my magnifying lamp because that's where my decals that die go to live. Anyway. Oh, here we go. This is one sheet of infinite dimensions decals for the Sazabi that I cannibalized for the GBA build. There we go. So I have. Here's another one. This is a duplicate of that one, the first one. And they're just, you know, your standard markings, lots and lots of warning markings and this and that. This is an aftermarket for the Sazabi with the call numbers and the markings. You can see they're all incredibly light, so it's hard for the camera to focus on them. It basically hates us. So, fuck you, camera. Here's another set for the Sazabi with number callouts for all the various different locations. Propellant tanks. I think this one is set up to go with another infinite, like a farther infinite dimensions. This is Shark Sazabi, the S01. You got your regular your Xeon logo. Some color panels, which I'm not 100% sure what these are exactly for. Some different colors of some different things. It's kind of neat. And then like a lot of basic warning markings. So how many was that? 5 sheets? Plus the one in the Verka, I suppose. So it's a bunch of decals for the Sazabi. These all go together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sheets. 4 sheets for the Sazabi. Gotta keep my numbers right. Alright, I got some Sentinel decals. We got our kits get shipped the 18th, I think, so we should be seeing them the final week in April, which is kind of a bummer, but at the same time, whatever. Like, I got room for it here. So. Oh, here's another Zaku set. These ones are also kind of cool. I didn't try to dip into these because of the luck that I had. The luck that I had with the first set. But these are also pretty dope. They have more dragons, more opaque. Again, worked in with the Xeon symbols in there. This is Xeon Alive up here, which you probably can't see. Yeah, of course, it's too fucking light. Kind of neat. Just stuff that I got off of eBay for like $5 a shot. Just like if I'm running around looking at stuff. I see something that's interesting, something a little bit different, I'll throw a couple bucks at it. It doesn't matter if it takes a month or two to get here. Some decals. It's not like they're going anywhere. It's not like I'm going anywhere. All right, what else do we got? What's in here? Oh, here I have. Come on now. Come back, Santa. Aha. I have. This is a basic metal etch set. Which is stuck to its neighbor in the backer plate. But this is just metal etch for round components and interiors of panels and just other like rando details. You can see that. I originally got these when I got the Dingo Sniper to use on the legs when I paint it. So I will paint it. It looks really cool. I have it set up with an aftermarket launcher, which looks really, really cool. It has like the submachine gun in the one hand and the launcher with the other arm. It looks really dope. So I'll be painting that eventually. I'm sure that it'll get around. But within this pack also, if I can get to it, did I drop it? I must have dropped it. Well, shoot. Some tiny, tiny, tiny little rivet pieces. Alright, we'll just set this aside. Well, I hope I find them, because they're microscopic. Alright, what else do we got here? Oh, some goof. Some goof decals, standard Gundam decals. Again, onto the standard Gundam. We got some Zeta. Use a couple of these Zetas on it. Just some caution markings and stuff like that. These are pretty sweet. I picked these up before I really started getting into customizing and stuff like that, just because I wanted some cool little decals to go with stuff. These are, what scale are these? 00. But they're like, you know, they're professional grade graffiti decals for Railroad within the Gundam, but the master grade Gundam size. So you get like a bunch of different tags that look like, you know, you can add a little bit of weathering over them or something like, you know, just different, something different. Throw it out there. Even have like some, like, here's some religious ones. I think there's even a Jesus Saves in here, which is kind of cool for those of us that know about New York, that know the New York scene, or for those of you that are like just, you know, down with that religion thing. Yeah, it's pretty neat. So just look around. You know, you can find a lot of stuff that you wouldn't think maybe would fit with it, but you can take it and put your own twist on it. It's a little bit of outside the box thinking. Let's see. This is just a bunch of stickers. Never stickers. All right, Sananju Verka, a bunch of just like normal white on light blue markings for the Sananju Verka. I can't really see that stuff. Of course, I have an F91 sheet to use with my Harrison Martin, and it actually came with water slides. So that F91 Master Grade comes with a set of water slides. So just so you all know about that. If you didn't, if you don't know, now you know. Lots of sheets of styrene. Patlibor kit has some water slides, a bunch of other decals. I painted a lot of this stuff by brush when I put it together. I would recommend definitely painting the accents on that kit as opposed to using these big wraparound stickers, but the water slide decals are cool for markings and the license plate and stuff. Spot on. Here's your dingo. Got the dingo. That's a dingo. The dingo ain't your baby. This one is, oh yeah, Stone Hoods and Crooks. This is some stuff from a hot rod kit that I kit bashed for last year for the Model Maker Boom Hut Smopple Making egg build. I did a hot rod like a rat rod, hot rod, souped up super engine, hauling a giant golden egg. It was great. I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot actually. Totally turned a coupe into a truck. So this is for the big gun set, the sniper set. The G Temple, is it? G System? Something like that. The Harv Mark 1, Mark 2 set. The water slide decals come with that. They're weird. They're kind of pink. It's kind of bizarre. I don't know exactly what's up with that, but yeah. Giant big sticker. This is the Sanaju Stein. This is your standard set that comes with the Sanaju Stein. Now we get into some other ones that are not necessarily regular. So this is a set of Nazi decals for the Messerschmitt ME-262, which I kit bashed last year with the Kira Doga, making the Kira Dog Fighter flight type. So I just didn't need. Originally, I was going to throw some Luftwaffe or some German decals onto that kit, and then there was the whole thing with the dudes and the torches, and I just decided it was better to not fuck with anything, you know. I actually bought a bunch of extra decals, which you guys are going to see here in a second. So these are just basic, regular racing decals. They're actual decals. Are they dry? They might be dry rubs. I don't think they're dry rubs. I think that they're actually. No, it does look like they're dry rubs. It doesn't matter, all the same. But they're cool because it's a lot of like weird little cars and stuff like that. So when I'm doing my other kits that aren't necessarily Gundam, or if I want to take Gundam and turn it into something different, I can add a different world element to it. Here we have just some metal build parts, hoses, and funnels. This is for the Easy SR. I got these dope decals too. These are by Wingnut Wings decals. They make a lot of decals for kids that don't necessarily have sheets. These are also German decals, but they're for model airplane. And I was interested in these because they have some interesting, like these stags down here with the horns, these swords. I mean, obviously there's a shitload of iron crosses because that's just the way that shit goes. And if you're gonna build like a, you know, German fighter crossover, then you're gonna need some decals. Yeah, here's another one. Just wait. These sheets are actually really cheap. They're like $6 a piece for these full sets. But they have the they talk history about the planes. They have these whole like fold-outs inside where it tells you like what and why and where and all that jazz. Like you got another sheet of big ass crosses, numbers and letters. You got some broken crosses here, your swastikas, just various markings. Pretty interesting. Oh yeah, these cool like stars. They're like it's like a like the 6-pointed star with like like a shooting star with like these tails behind it. And then you have a standard like 5-pointed star. I thought those were pretty neat. And then just like the large numbers and stuff like that to be utilized. I would get more of these, and I probably will get more of these in the future just to have a large selection. Just keep going. Justinius Justin was talking about some a site. I saved it on my phone. I don't have it offhand, but it was pretty hype. I got these from a kid, Anson Chen. Bought them for like $10. It's like yeah, worth it to me. But it's the full set for Seed. So you have your dual blitz, striker, your buster, Providence. You got everything. So pretty cool to have that on hand too for if I want to build something in the future. But that is the basic rundown of all of the decals that I have offhand. Oh wait, here's some other shit that I got down here. This is one. These aren't decals per se, but what I have in here, the bottom is frisket. I have some other things. Like this is a masking tool that I got with my airbrush. I can peel it out. This setup, like a whole set of masking tool, and then like some sort of instructional thing still in the shrink wrap because I don't need that shit. But I have this frisket film, and I use this stuff a lot when I'm doing my prop things. So like this is a negative space for a paint splatter on a buzz axe. So I cut these out, painstakingly cut these out by hand, and then apply them over my surface, and then I spray the paint over it. Whether this time it was airbrush, times in the past it was rattle can, but this stuff is great for making a small mask. So this is not like tape, but it's like tape. So it's like contact paper, but it's not like contact paper. Tape is a little bit sticky and the neck's kind of funky, it's got a way too. Sometimes it has an odd edge. If you get that frog tape, that's cool, it's going to grip. If you get like the edge liner stuff, that's cool, it might grip, it might not. You never know. This stuff is the same deal, and it comes in different kinds of tack. Talk about a run-on sentence. So you can get it in heavy tack, you can get it in light tack. It's an airbrushing tool. They usually use it on flat boards, so if you want it to go around curved surfaces, you're going to want something with a little bit of a heavier tack on it. But you can trace on the back side of it, and you can shine light through it really easily, and it comes like with a surface that you remove on one side, like a sticker, or like I said, contact paper before. Pretty cool stuff. Just tools that I've had that stuff since back when I first wanted to start learning to airbrush, back when I was like in my teens in the 90s. Those of you that are born in the 90s, yeah, that was the first thing that I got was masking tape, Cricut, and magazines and books, and I read. Yeah, I agree, Don. Wasn't bad at all, right? He was like, I feel like it's a little bit much, and I was like, nah, kid, you're good. Thanks. Appreciate it. I really wonder what happened to that little bag. It's like a hair that you can't see. See it, but you can't get it. All right. Where does it start? Oh, at the beginning. It starts at the beginning. Oh, it starts with the hands. Have you guys? I've never. This is the first time I've seen a kid that starts with the hands. Just forearms to hands. It's like, you know what? This is gonna suck, so we're gonna kick in the balls right away, and then you're gonna be like, hey, it's okay. After I got kicked in the balls right away, the rest of it's not that bad. Let's throw my headphones on the ground. This looks like a hands sheet. This is hands sheet polycap runner number S1. Yeah. It's kind of weird. This is an old kit. Old kits are always a little bit, and it's weird because, like I said in the intro video, it's old, but it's not that old. It is old, but it's not. I mean, like I was out of high school and college and stuff when this kit came out, but it's been a long time since I've been in college, so. It's like D. This is nuts. C. B1. B2. It's that part of the build where you're like, first got your runners, here we go. Got me some run D. That part of the build where we're just getting acquainted. It's like starting a relationship with somebody. Sanders. Tray of Barry Sanders. We got the unlimited team. Yeah. Alright, T's the poly runner. Gotcha. D12 So when I cut my runners, wow, I really gotta mount that to a sturdier surface. When I cut my poly runners, I just cut them with my my little guys here, the Tamiya tiny cutters, and I cut it right on the piece. If I'm doing like a larger piece, like a larger runner or something thicker, I use like regular nippers so I don't fuck my shit up. Alright. Yep. A lot of times when it comes to polycaps and shit like that too, it's never seen. So as long as you get it close to the body, it doesn't matter if it doesn't have a nub mark or if it's not that, whatever. So a couple of T25s. You're gonna need yourself there a couple of T25s. Might as well get yourself some T23s as well. You're gonna need at least 2 of each of one of them because you know they're important. D12, like M&M's pen. You know, I heard he was the leader of that band. A resounding click. Twist the paw. First you tell me that you don't watch anime. Now you tell me that you just twist the polycaps out. You got some explaining to do. I started watching it. Well, good. I'm glad because you probably enjoy it because it's awesome. Watch some Evangelion. I haven't watched the Rebuild series. Zach clued me into it last year, and then I have another friend, Phoebe, that I work with. She's super cool. She's been watching some '90s anime with her girl, and they've been like getting into Rebuild series, and she thinks it's kind of cool. I was like, oh my god, you think that's cool? I got some guns for you. So. Banshee, Banshee, enthusiasms and fictions. Get that Banshee. Get that Nancy. It's like the boom hut with their nubbicorn. We'll start calling it the Nancy. So I'm kind of doing this build as a comparison build, so I think that I'm just going to kind of keep it more clean cut. I'm not going to do so much in regards to polishing the parts. A lot of times I'll polish parts down to like 3000 grit or 4000 grit, just because that's the way I like my clean kits to look. If I'm not going to really embellish them, if I'm not going to paint them and go beyond that point, then, I mean, if I'm going to paint them, I'll polish them to about 15,000, but, 1,500, sorry. But, like, if it's just like a straight kit that I'm not going to, like, paint or anything like that, then I want it to look nice, I want it to be clean, have that matte surface without having to put any top coat on it, just be a raw plastic thing. It's a lot easier to clean, a lot easier to maintain. I have a house full of pets, and my landlord smokes, and occasionally I will smoke. So, there you go. Oh, the tub nub is strong. It's a decent sized tub. It's got probably a solid inch and a quarter of nubs in it. I think they're about 1.5 inches, so about inch of nubs in it. The nub tub. For my own patented nub juice. Come on down and get Bro Builder's patented nub juice. I know it sounds wrong, Colin says it sounds wrong. He's not good. That's right. You never know if you're going to paint it again. I just packed up some kits today. I got a lot of stuff, especially with the Big Bird Man. I got a lot of a lot of stuff. And it's not getting any smaller. I'll do like a 2S build. And this, and then this goes like this, and this one goes here, and this, and those two. Not that I got a problem with 2S. Cool guy. Oops. The problem with like being weird about nubs or nub marks and then seeing that and being like, no, I have to be okay with that. It's fine. Alright, I can't take this. Ah! Wait. You guys should have been taking a bet to see how long it would take before I got a file out. It's like a March Madness style. Okay. Some of these I don't need this one. Sometimes I'll rewrite on it. Here we go, this one. Sometimes I'll rewrite on them with like opaque white marker or silver marker just to like know what the fuck each part is. What the fuck do you know? You know, Scientologist? Okay. G. Willikers, G. B1, B2. Oh my. There must be a ring at it. But I do declare. Let's see, like letter I. H. Get wrecked, H. Get wrecked, you're listening to H. QX95. M. Just want to be okay, man. JJ Abrams. You know that old adage that it's the last piece you look at? All I have to say is, obviously, because you're not going to look anymore after you find that number. What the hell, Dan? Oh, here we go. This one will tell me. No. Let's see. Find the missing letter. Here it is. Okay. Oh, still a lot of P. Okay, double up. I think I even looked at them before. Those are the first two I looked at. I said, okay, can we back it up? I'm not going to do that, but if we did, I had those. And what do I need out of these? I need these next. I need H. There's Q. Q. This is your H. Okay, finally, at long last, the truth is revealed. Cool. I feel like the beginning of this kit is going to be that way, where I'm digging through parts and I'm looking at something and I'm be like, oh, that's great. I put that down, not thinking that I need it, and totally need it. It's kind of wonky. Cool little piston part. Ultimately, I'm really interested to see the difference between the old school 2000 master grade and then the Verka rework. Um, should be pretty interesting. Obviously, they're varied by a long fucking shot. In complexity, design, blah blah blah. There's some sort of weird parallels. Obviously, the master grade was what the Verkava sculpt on, right? Am I wrong? Correct me, anyone? So, gotta think about that commonality there. I'm really cool, kind of like interested to see the similarities in the inner frame and the integration of the two parts, like how things got changed out, and I'll get to see many changes as I go from master grade to master grade Verka to infinite dimensions. Yeah, exactly. Well, I assume that there'll be some reused parts. That's what I'm talking about, like the inner frame and that stuff. But yeah, right on. All right. So I recently picked up some kits from a friend of mine. I had gifted him a high-grade gunpla kit. This is, you know, like a puzzle thing. He's into puzzles and stuff like that. Never really built a gunpla or any of that jazz. So I gifted him a high-grade kit. He put it together. He thought it was kind of cool. He bought himself, went out with this girl, bought himself a heavy arms from Endless Waltz, and then bought his girl a Jessa. And he put the heavy arms together like in no time. He just like blazed right through it, you know. And then his lady took her time putting the Jessa together. She only got 50% done. And they decided to give it up. So they gifted me those kits. So I have an additional heavy arms from the Endless Waltz series to play around with when I build my own heavy arms that I have. And I'm thinking that I can do the custom with the dual gats, and maybe do something crazy with extra missile pods, because I'll have twice the missile pods. There's already enough missile pods, right? Alright. That's those two. That's those two. What's next? A lot of letter K. What's this? Wait a minute. You can just feel the difference in this plastic. This stuff is much more. Well, I'm doing all this work off camera. This plastic is tough. Look at that. Oh shit. Oh, we're gonna have to go find that now, won't we? How is this stuff? Polystyrene. Yeah, makes sense. Wasn't that hard to find? Thank you, 3 and 4. Well, that's one thing my microphone's good for, I guess. It's just the microphone of my webcam. I need to get another webcam. My wife has a nice Nikon. I try to utilize it, but I don't have the proper cabling, and I don't know if it's exactly the right kind of camera to use in conjunction with... Oh, here, we have more parts. K13 and 12. Okay. I bet... Oh, there's my phone. I bet this kit was like the hot fire. The hot fire, as opposed to the cold fire. Alright, T20. Yeah, T20, T11. Dose. Okay. Clearly face numbers. 20, right? Yeah, the Supernova Heavy Arms is going to be pretty dope. I'm looking up here at my sand rock, and it's going to have to wait. But it's there, next to my Momoko Avalanche. Alright. Rages. The Rages. I'm trying to think. I know. I mean, obviously, is that the one that they're they're doing this 100 kit soon? Done. Ha! They look good sitting next to each other when you're backlogged. I know, personal experience. There we go. Trying to keep more of my work on camera, and it's my camera. Okay. That wife of mine, she just shot me and dumped some stuff in the recycle. Alright, all these little numbers here. What was that one they were talking about then? Not the jazz, but not the jazz. There was hype about it like a week ago. I've had so many other things on my mind that I haven't been thinking about any of that stuff. Okay. I got the things. The things goes that way. Because this goes this way. Here. Does it work? No. That ain't right. Yeah. Wow, what a convoluted way to describe something. The way that this little bit right here is illustrated is fakakta. Makes the pistons or does? Go get home. Give me that worn out sanding stick. Give me that worn out sanding stick. Like it never happened. Okay, so who was taking best? Hey, Mr. Mike's in the house. How was that Ready Player One? Oh, sounds like it needs glue. I'm willing to bet that that's never seen, but I just don't like how it's raised. Much like the youth of today. Ta-da! Alright, one. It's like one of those weird scoopy spoons that were super ineffectual that maybe had a straw for you to drink milk out of them that you'd get in your cereal in the late 80s and the early 90s, those of you that were alive then. Let's see. This one goes here. Those square straw spoons. Yes. What a zing. All perfect for my application. I'm really trying not to go crazy on this one, I swear to God. I swear to Lord baby Jesus. Here on his resurrecting day. April Fool's Day. everybody get their chocolate bunnies? £2, 6 ounce baby Jesus. I do love Talladega, I gotta say. The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. Right. Look, we know about your bunny trials and tribulations. Or roommate, for that matter. I have been through my fair share. It was one of the best days that Colleen and I had when we were able to move out of our shared loft space and into our own apartment for the first time. Talk about adulting. And yeah, you know, it's not always perfect, but at the same time, you know, if one of us breaks a dish, it's a good chance the other one knows who broke it. Alright. Into the teas. Oh, such a tease. Alright, 2621. Played so much Monster Hunter today and yesterday. It is so much fun. I had a great time working on the GBA build, but I'm really glad that I got a chance to play some fucking video games for a change. All work and no play make bro builder a dull boy. Ooh, Nergante, that's towards the end, right? I just got to the Rotten Vale, I think it's called. I've been taking my time because I've been busy. But yeah, the Rotten Vale. Today got over to that area. About to fly the airship down. Just built my rope. What is that thing called? Elevator, basically. Oh wow. Monster Hunter World is a lot of fun. I've seen a little bit of the stuff that has not carried over from other games, and I gotta say, I like what they've done. So me, like a half hour ago, was like, I'm not gonna sand any of these nubs down. Cool. I'll just have to leave those sanding marks because it's fine. better than that bright pink at the fucking map mark. I know, right? I saw that. It was in the mouth. Fighting. Shit, what is it? The fucking. It's the. It was the end of the battle of the. Like the tar monster that's all bones. That looks kind of like a Barroth, sort of, but not. Yeah. And I was like, oh shit, I'm in a mouth. Like, this is a giant rotting monster mouth. Pretty sweet. And kind of sounds like a band from the 90s. We are Giant Rotting Monster Mouth. Thank you for coming out. Thank you, Rockford, Illinois. Wow. Somebody smashes a guitar into an amplifier and they're like, dude, that was our whole budget. I'm trying to live that metal life, bro. Just because you can't see my artistry. Delamador. I don't know what Delamador is. Ah, thanks for getting my jokes done. Saying all the things, saying all the things, saying Alright. This one goes. This one goes out to the one I love. Oh. There. Chair. Wow. 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 Great crackling seam lane, holy Christ! On his resurrection day. How long do we have? 2 hours and 15 minutes? Alright. I made a thing. It's got some sand marks on it. Oh, I got rid of the sand mark. So I thought about getting, what are they? Makeup wedgies? Like the wedges that you use for like applying makeup for stage, or if you're a female, woman, or a person that just decides that they want to wear makeup for whatever fucking reason. Sometimes you want to put something on a large portion of your face. You use a wedgie or a triangular wedge of some sort of like poly rubber. Using that to polish off or to clean off polycaps. thinking about how that might, or not polycaps, the hell am I talking about? Panel lines. If you're using a panel line solution on a raw kit, like because some guys are like, oh dude, I use the panel line marker and it doesn't want to come off the plastic and know what to do. I know that stuff is a little bit abrasive. It's not super crazy abrasive, but excuse me, but maybe enough to do. But I haven't tried it yet, so I just was thinking about it. I know that Mr. Clean Magic Eraser works well. Chemical Paul says I actually have a tool for that. What are you, Apple? There's an app for that? Enlighten us, wise sage. Tell us all the knowledge with which you have within your cranium, which we don't. I feel like the owl from Disney's Sword in the Stone. That's what I feel like right now. Got the beak and everything. Pencil eraser works for the marker. It's not very plastic too. Yeah. I use the vinyl eraser, or I actually have a plastic eraser. So I got this in, of all places, Puerto Rico, and it is missing. Oh, save that one for another day. I know where it is. In one of the old pencil boxes. Boom. Keep a lot of mixed drawing pencils, different colored pencils, and stuff like that for traveling. Like the original Stedler Marsmatic erasers. I remember when they first came out with their big line. I think I was like, shoot, I think I was like 10 when they first came out with their big like drafting line for mass market. I got for Christmas that year. I was the best boy. I got and because of it, I got the things. I got the mechanical pencil set, I got the technical drawing set, I got the flexible spine, I got the architecture book, I got the squares and the French curve set, and all of the things, and I use all of those tools to the day. I don't think that I have. Oh wait, I don't use the technical pens. They're hard to use because they're of an old design and they require an autoclave to clean properly. So I've only had them cleaned professionally once by a friend of mine who's a tattoo artist back home. And since then, I don't think that I've used them for fear of them clogging. As we all know, airbrushes clog. Why wouldn't a technical pen clog? I don't know. Anyway. So I got all these bits. Page 1. The hands. Oh no, I need another drink. I guess I'll have to be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, so I was talking about the magic erasers. That's the shit. Oh, hey guys, for holding all my knives and accoutrement. I'm missing one right now. I don't know where it is. Hopefully it comes home. But I use this this denser foam. It's still polypro. But as long as I can maintain the same location, I won't run out of staying power. It's kind of like a pin cushion for my. Wow, look at that! Just tripping. Stop it. Whew, the pulsating madness. So, I've talked about this a shitload of times, but these grayscale illustrations, these wash illustrations, are out of control. And it's interesting to me how the Saz's cockpit is in the head. That's my story. C's, T's. I need O and S. Or did I just assume it did? I think I just assumed it did. Here, let's put them back in. Bam! Give me all phalanges. Here we go. These are hand parts. Unmistakable. Letter O. Today's Wonder Chosen was brought to you by the letter S and Mexico, as well as Baby's First Sensual Oil, because you're never too young to set the night on fire. You know, it's funny, I had the fingers. I had the fingers pulled out. They'll brain off. Alright. Here we go. We'll start with the mitts. The mitts, not the Mets. Mets. April 1st. Wow, how about that baseball season that's going down? The Yanks are doing good this year. Did they win today, hon? Okay. We don't know if they won today. The Yankees won a couple of their games already. Doing pretty good. I don't really follow baseball, but Colleen does, and so I follow her. But I went to the Mets opener against the Brewers, Michigan team. Gosh, 3 years ago? 3 years ago. 4 years ago. Ooh, with the shop. No, 3 years ago. Sorry. Doesn't matter. With my metal shop. Really cool. Went out, had some brews, ate a delicious chili dog, had some peanuts. The old ball game was stellar. I mean, come on, what do you want? I don't follow baseball, like I said, but I'll always go to a game. I'll even go to a football game. Obviously, I'll go to a hockey match. I'll go watch soccer. Rugby is cool. I'll go watch some rugby. Cricket, I can get in cricket. I played some street cricket. Not the same kind of thing, but bastardized rules. Some good fun. Good fun. Wow, it's with the Yankees in the World Series. I stopped following baseball after the earthquake in '96, I think it was. Was that when the earthquake hit San Francisco? Do you remember? During the World Series? She's like, I don't remember. I only remember because I was suffering watching through the World Series. And then that shit happened. And then it was just like, I'm done. I think I might switch it up to some surf. It's a good one. Just gonna put some Man or Astro Man on in the background. That was a These hands have an awful like mold line, seam line on the mold. I mean, I guess you're gonna sand that nub off. The nubbins. Yeah, I think all done. Fine. Steel water's ruined deep. AKA this nub won't go away. Zinga. Alright. I feel like we'll focus on everything but the two components that I wanted to focus on. Do I have to hold this one? Yeah, this one actually kind of shows it. Smooth. Seam line. Smooth. This camera over here, this one right here, is good for like establishing shots. I need something that can focus better. What are you guys doing? Sand parts. We're sanding like 1,000 bazillion parts. I'm just gumpy. Let's not even talk about metal. So I've been doing that shit for like 13 years. Beauty. Alright. Nice. I love when they're all the same. So the fingers and the hands are a bit of contention for me. Kids like the real grade, the master grade P Bandai Dingo, with their pre-molded multi-durometer flex at your own risk. That's a Nebuchadnezzar. Ugh. The Banshee, I bet the Banshee has some tiny mother parts. How's your kid doing on his builds? He was struggling with the unicorn, right? Well, to a degree, dealing with undergating, etc., etc. Not even the kind of small parts that your hands make your hands cramp up. Done. I'm talking like just like fragile and multitudinous and nubitudinous. Oh, you should definitely confiscate it and give him something that's a master grade Xeon because he'll enjoy that and come back to the fold. Something fun like a. I've always wanted to do like a Zagok. I have an old school GOG, which is cool. I want to get that high GOG. It's only a master grade. That's something I wish they would do in a Re. That'd be neat to have something large with a little bit of like customization to it. Fuck. It's like Bandai Gunpla also corresponds with Bandai Namco and their Dark Souls trolling. Poise is working as normal. Or Poise is working as expected. Alright, that just leaves. Alright, the under part for nubs. Interesting. So I've seen a lot of different kinds of nubs. Cables for the Xeon kits. Because I built the Zaka 2, which was like a 2005 kit. I built uh, the I'm looking at it right now. Norris Packard, the Goof Custom. I built the Kshatriya. I built the Little Dom, and then obviously the Mind Layer. And that's the one, the Gyaradoga, and they all have different kinds of cables. The Gyaradoga has like these squishy rubber ones, and the 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 Goof has like all of these little, like a whole panel like this big of like little dudes that are all numbered different, well, sort of numbered differently in groups. Like there's like 10 number twos and 8 threes and like 10 fours and 8 fives and 2 sixes and whatever, and then they all go in a certain order on those things, and then those all have two nubs on the tiny thing. I think it was 60 parts, so 120 nubs on a run of things that's maybe like this long or like that long. Two of this run's about too long. It's like a kick in the pants. Mine layer wasn't bad. Mine layer was like that first Zaku I built, where they're like the zip and strip kind. It's like a cast out component, and you like nip all the parts, you nip them all nice and close, and then you just like slip them down one by one. Kind of hurt your thumbnail a little bit, but whatever. And yeah, those are kind of cool. Not as bad to clean up, and much easier to assemble and keep together. All right. Oop, I keep bumping the camera with my head. I don't know if far away is better or closer is better. Oh, yes. I assume this shit goes like this. P.S. predictable. But seriously, there's no rotation in that at all. It's just a straight elbow joint. Kind of makes me frown a little bit. What do you expect? Number one. No, I promised myself I wasn't gonna do that. I promised myself I wasn't gonna cry. No, I'm not gonna sand all the nubs. Gotta let it go. Oh, I'm holding on to it. I'm just gonna treat it straight. I'm gonna obviously I'll clean it up. I'll repaint the whole thing because it's beautiful, but I want to keep it like as is. I don't want to like fuck around, which means I'm going to cannibalize my original custom Zaku build that I built for Zach's deal last year, and take the shoulder back because I originally bought that Zaku, the Dukedom Zaku, to get the shoulder component for that. I bought the same kit. I thought I bought the same kit, but Gundam Planet sent me a kit that's way older and like way different, which is fine. I don't give a fuck. Deli Gas, I don't give a fuck. And it looked cool because it's kind of, sorry, because it was kind of like a different like style pauldrer. And so what I'll do is I'll take that back, paint it properly, or strip it and then paint it properly, because I already did the gluing together of it and the seam removal and all the redetailing it and all that jazz. Like, kept it clean, kept it mint, didn't do anything crazy to it, but I just repainted it in a different style. Yeah, and then I'll just put the big shield that I have on. I'll paint that up and throw it on the Pursuer, or maybe I'll leave it raw. I don't know. Who cares? Oh. Oh, yeah, it does. I'm buying into that. Alright, fingers assembly. Right. Keep. There we go. Okay. Huh. I was like, we're gonna listen to some surf, and it turned into some like, still turned into some like down tempo-y, techno-y stuff. That's what happens when your surf bands enter the 90s, the 80s. When is this album from? Manor Mastermind Defcon? Probably late 90s. Oh, fuck me. over here. It was a wallflower hiding in the curtains. Look at that. Oh, so sad. Nobody's saying thing. I have no idea how many people are here. Nope. I do have the nice touchscreen on my computer, so I can scroll it around by single touch. It's like having a giant phone, but not really. I did talk to Zach once on it. It was nice. Nice guy. Talked to Paul. Paul's a nice guy too. Arguably, I hung out more with Paul by like many hours than I did with Zach. So, I finished the hands for the most part. All right, let's put them together. Cause, whoa, the hands, whoa. Hot noodles and beers. Hell yeah! Just wait until you come up, buddy. But seriously though, let me know what days you're gonna come up, because I want to take that time off ahead of time. Take off that day. We can start uptown, move down to midtown, middle of the day, hit up some lunch, we'll go to Penzi, maybe we can meet up with my waifu. Have some delicious pizza, or some steak sandwiches, or some sushi, or some fucking bomb-ass tacos, or whatever. Move on down to Chinatown. Wow. 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 Look at that man. It's like a little baby hand holding onto my finger. It's a baby hand. Oh, no, Jeff. Laundry. I did laundry earlier today. But I'm picking up what you're putting down. Have a good night. Oh, hey, Don. I didn't realize it says 5. Thanks for giving me the heads up on how many people are tuned in. Tuning in. Tuning in, turning on, and dropping out. So I fidget with a hand. Did I fuck? I fucking fucked. I did. Why didn't you guys tell me that I did that backwards? Why didn't you tell me? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't do it backwards. I'm just being hypercritical. Oh yeah, I'm just hypercritical. Don't mind me. I'm a dick. Have. All right. Shizolders. I did this part already. That's pretty straightforward. Booms. I need cuffs from the K runner. This is the K runner. 10, huh? The lady wants, the lady gets. I don't mind either, the laundry or the folding. I did laundry today, and then my wife did a little bit of her own laundry on the side. Yeah, it's nice. Honestly, just like cleaning is nice. It's weird, and then like there's the meme about it, but it's so true. Things that I used to hate as a kid, like doing my chores, cleaning my room, going to bed early, taking a bath, uh, whatever, are all things that I greatly enjoy at this point. Uh, Weird. I fought Diablo, so I went up against Diablos earlier today with some other dudes. Just kind of like a rando hopped in, help out a bro, and I was getting two shot, and decided that I didn't need to be there. Just sucking all my supplies away. It was not. I wasn't helping anyone. So I bounced. Alright. Look at those mitts. Okay. What next? Hey, it's a good thing. Alright, let me see if I have any of these elements that I want to keep around. Runner's I, J, and D. And here I'm rolling with H and K. There's I. Alright. Where's I and D? Yes, okay, runner's D and runner I. Runner's I. Two of them. Alright. So this pair of nippers right here. Right here. Standard, like, no frills, low angle, side cutter, super industrial. Not even a name on them, really. I got them at Complete Sculptor in Tribeca, or Southern Tribeca, we'll call it. Yeah, solid. Not failed. They've not lost sharpness. They're still as precise as it gets. Got them for 28 bucks, roughly. They're great. Same with these Tommy's. Got these at Rio Young Hobby Shop at Sunset Park. If you don't know, now you know. You can shop online at Rio Young. Kevin is super cool. If you need a kit that he doesn't have, ask him and he'll order it for you. He's has a huge selection of MIG acrylics, Mr. Color, and Tamiya paints. Pretty decent selection of kits for retail. Carries a few things that a lot of people don't carry. He doesn't have like a huge volume of kits that you're not going to buy, if that says anything. So he's got a lot of shit, but everything he's got is good. So, all right, C.2000. All right, again. Just the symbol there. 18 and 1. Really? Still? Alright, this is just for the hangout anyway, so let's see if I can't get this thing shut down by putting on some music I want to hear. Let's see. Actually, we started off with some Hobo Johnson.
What up, Bob? God, man, you know Hobo Johnson love making sure a couple kids, 5, I guess, that like to make a little bit of love, like to make a little bit of music.
You guys ever listen to Hobo
Just
Johnson?
kidding, Bob. It's a table. I don't care about the rules.
Good stuff.
Hi, what's your name? How are you? How's your life? Oh, you got a man. Are you in love? If so, type. Is it just like you want to strictly just as friends, or the type that ties you two together till tomorrow's end? It is disregard every time I call you pretty. No, it's meant sincerely. It's just my imagination. Brush me off like the dirt on Jay-Z's shoulders, so I fall to ground, collect myself, and get ready to take over your heart. Or at least your spare time. And I love the thought of being with you. Or maybe it's the thought of not being so alone. The second one's way sadder than the first one. I don't know. I love the thought of being with you. Or maybe it's the thought of not being so alone. Y'all really love making love, but I also really love not crying on the. We should go get a cup of coffee and all that shit. And I won't put any stuff.
But I'm a stump.
So I don't know what to tell you. I try to confess my love for scones. I just want to tell you real quick, please. I love these scones, just the version between the flesh and the raspberry, the blueberry, the strawberry, pumpkin, even which is basically a fucking squash. I can make a scone out of a freaking squash. It blows my mind. Oh man! But what were you talking about? I'm so sorry to interrupt. Oh yeah, your boyfriend made you mad the other day? What was he saying? What was he talking about? Oh my god, that's crazy. What do I think? Let me think about it. Let me think about it. He's being mean at that time. So I'm sure he's gonna turn around at some point. I love the thought of being Or maybe it's the thought of not being so alone. I really love being loved, but also really love not crying on the phone. So the thought of being with you, maybe it's the thought of not being so alone. It's like the one way sadder than the first one. What's up? Yeah, what's going on? Oh yeah, she told me a lot about you. Yeah, it's so great that you're doing all
Why am I
those
doing
things.
this?
You should keep doing all of them.
I need one of you guys to check in with me and remind me that I'm not supposed to be sanding nubs.
She is like the nicest person I've ever met in my whole life, and I'm sure you know because you sleep next to her every night, and you guys are probably cuddle kids or whatever. But she, she's just so sweet. She cared about me a lot when no one else cared about me, and I think that's really nice. And, she's just she's a little peach. She's a peach. Swamp. She's a peach. And I love the thought of being with her. I just really hope that she doesn't get hurt, man. They say it takes 2 years to come back down to earth from that lovely place that you did. I heard it so nice. I heard it so nice. Good for you. That's what I really love you. Keep being with me, man. That's what
Nice. We got to do another dual stream, Paul. We'll get a group in. Get everybody in. Get Don in there. Get Mike. Mike can chime in from Queens. He was in Queens. Get Don down in Carolina. Make it an East Coast stream. Get Broadstone in there. If anybody can track down Holy Hand Grenade, get Holy Hand Grenade in there. Hey, Jeff's back. Hey, Jeff. Maybe we get the mighty Fig. He's a mighty Fig. Pipe in the Discord like Alex does. I don't know what you mean. What are you talking about? I might just be being a little thick right now. 7, 8, and 3, and oh, I don't know what you guys use for modeling seats, like chairs that you sit on. I got this tattooist chair that's like a low adjustable height, like style with like a low back that but like cups your lumbar. But pretty cheap on Amazon. It's great. It's way better than the office chair that I bought for and stole for my wife. Nobody's perfect. Let's see. Let me see. Panel 1 and 2. Haha. Oh shit, 5 and 4? Ah, Zach De La Roca. rough. And then these leftover bits and doodads are all for funnels. Yeah. Leftover from your business. Hard times. Ooh, I have a wood office chair from IKEA. Not comfortable. Paul, my dude. My dude. My dude. Do I need to gift you a chair? Don't make me gift you a chair. Because I will. Alright, what am I missing? I did that thing.
Non-stop music for your household. Even in the app. Or when you go offline. Listen to YouTube ad-free. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for coming out.
Oh, dude, this is a great show. The NPR Tiny Disc, Run the Jewels.
EJ. Yeah. Woo! Oh, all right, cool. This is a song called Talk to Me, Talk Run the Jewels 3. Let's see if NPR has this.
Let's see.
Burn from the depths of the Batman with a gun and a knife and a waistband. With the war with the devil in Shaitan. You wore bad toupee and spray tan. So high down, hoping that I land. On a tight stick, moving through Thailand. On the radio, heard a
Piston doesn't hold any pressure anymore, so I have to constantly adjust it. It's on. Might gift you a chair too, buddy? Tell you what, you build your room first, and then we'll talk about what kind of chair you get. I'm Oprah now. You get a chair, and you get a chair, and you get a chair. Watch my ass. I'm gonna get fucking held up on that shit. Somebody will hold it to me, some sort of like legal liability clause for some sort of internet BS backwards, and they'll end up having to buy everybody a chair. In the modern era.
RTJ 30 motherfuckers. Great man did it down, face down in the Vietnam box so I cannot style him. And then he walked up, built no place to the food for fast and out violent. You think baby Jesus killed him and just so I whispered? And you shake the time and you push back the phone and not have a problem. Huh. What people we now, buddy, I fought before, so what? You don't get out there, motherfucker, I can't be crushed. Fuckers, open the book, something, stop bullshit again. My dick on mission to star, I'm on par with the best of the day again. I'm a super cat, the top down in the dust, no bother to touch. I got full drop on the trip of the bus, and my ghost ride the train, take a ride of the bank, and it's on the big blue and what? Full drugs, don't flash me, shit for the charts, action. Talk more goes in the smartest stuff. You're cool to fuck with, better to love, thank you. Now, who in the world is better than I can? We heard Tupac did it, and we had to do it. We had to come back and rock for NCR. We appreciate y'all, man. If you ain't heard, we did RTJ 3. DJ Trackstar.
Be the fairy god chair mother. I think I need to like. How do I set it up so that the text can be seen on the image feed? I don't know. I'm not a technological guy. Get you IT guys that know something to walk me through things like a fucking toddler. So try not to set fire to my computer while I change the settings.
Hear what I say. We are the business today. Function is finished today. RTJ. We the new PB&J. We got the classic today. We did a time of the answer today. We jumped with the masses and axes away. We dash away. Donna and Dixon, the pistol is blasting away. Doctor suggest. During our patience of breath. We are the king you can trust. Cooking in work. Hooking up curses and slurs. Smoking my brain in the mush. I became famous for blaming and fucks. Naming my way through the brush. There is no training or taming of me and my bruh. Live like a bear, but I'm animal raw. We are the murderers, Karen. That was the jail that we murdered the murderers there.
I can't tell. It's fine.
Popping us off and down his guitar. I'm in a rush to be gone. Dropping a thousand ain't much. Open the skies on the pistol and turning so tired in the dust. Don't make a sound, baby, hush. I am the living quite right on the mic, I'm a slut. I don't know how to not feel like a loud. I feel a pound of my kids on your belt. We are the rumbling team, not the woman king. Listen, everything's on out of hell. This is my mother's a murderous queen. Yo, like it in, like it cop up for one. You get the gun and that Chris in my son. If I die today and this cell I should pay, that's the door not to say Mike is fun. Every new record's my ticket of box. We get a doozy to move to survive. You're getting used to me doing no wrong. I don't play chicken, you break up a box. You wanna kick it, I'll give you the rocks. You get the one chicken plate if you talk. I'm fucking magic and fathom.
Oh, it's here. Okay,
I
that's
got
fine.
a unicorn horn full of stop.
It's like, wait a second. It don't make no sense.
Break it down now. Like the general shit, I've been a ruin your win. I took a bit for the win. I spoke the love in the club. Then I was sick on my wrist. I'm in the sword and you tip, just with a flick of a wrist. Pitching a gym and a miss. Me and my skin are listening to grin. Everything golden, but you only win. Banging on bunnies and geeking on beats. Sound like a day at the beat. Bridge, I keep the middle school step on your feet. Before you can speak, loud to the feet. People don't wonder what you think of me. You think I'm lying, you like my teeth. Don't be a boy when I'm worried about who. I think you're one when you're afraid of a fool. I'll put a gun to a bunny like you. Say something funny or bunny go boom. You got a baby to shoot with the crew. We like to thank you for cheating my crew. And that's what you can trust.
Alright.
For fucking shit up. We are the no case, two credit, no credit, dancers and dealers and doers of dust. You know why they do these things, right? You know why they do these things? Because for at least 1 week you cannot complain about your fucking job. 1 week. I'm guessing they schedule this shit right before everyone has to do a lot of work. Let me give you this though. We are the Mongol and mythical team. We are the Mongol and mythical. We are the Mongol and mythical team.
Right.
In this treacherous thing. Legend says Ella to spawn out of hell. Myth is my mama's a the myth is my mama's a murderous queen. Your life ain't like the Godfather one. You get the gun as I bury my son. If I die today in this hell, I should pay. Let the Lord know. Mike said, fuck it. Oh, this fun. I'm sorry for slubbing that. No one noticed. But I'm very honest. This is another song. This is another song off of our new album, Villagers. We thank you guys for having us up here. It was fucking awesome. It's oddly awesome to be here. Yeah. And then one more. We really appreciate y'all in the street. Where are horses? I mean, a horse is a horse, of course, but who rides the horse? Sitting high with the uniform, barking orders, landing orders. They're scared that I talk too much about what I think's going on. I got away with this. They might drag me away for this. Put me in a cage for this. I might pay for this. I just say what I want like I'm paid for this. And I'm afraid some days I might be wrong.
What do we got here? Looks like you're making feet.
Not for the same part of time, but we both hear the same sound coming. And it sounds like war. And it breaks our hearts.
Yeah, that's feet. Say that? It says arm and leg unit. As the arm unit is done, I would assume these are the feet. Yeah, pretty clean. Even just the little bit of sanding of the nubs I did. I'm doing all right. This, and that and those. Didn't do that yet.
At some point in the future, they're going to start labeling us as political rappers, and that we're not. We don't care what party you belong to. We don't care who you support it. We don't care what you're doing tomorrow politically. We care that socially. Everyone, if you know, you're absolutely going through nothing as a right.
Right. What? They're like elf shoes now with the ponytail. You guys, you know I can't not sand. Come on. Like, I'm not polishing anything, okay? It's a step in the right direction, but come on. We're gonna, like... Look at that. Look at that. It's causing the light to shift on the surface that... How about that? Is that bad? Look at that. So scruffy? A bit. Oh, this is good. 2 and 2. It's a good jam. There you go, dude. There you go. Look at that. Is that too much sanding? See? How can you argue with that? You can't argue with that now, can ya? Ya cannot. Go. We tried to save Japanese. Too far gone. You boys. You guys act like a little plastic dust and stuff into the fucking world. I breathed in so many caustic and awful things throughout the course of my existence. Just listen to the high-end quality of my voice as I speak to you right now. It's alright. I medicate with gin. There it is. Right. Your sneezy nose. Actually, at the shop, I have a really, really nice doubled up downdraft table, and I use that for sanding some of the larger props that I make. Lucky to have that opportunity to use that tool when the rare occasion comes up that I make a large prop. Because it gets to be a lot of plastic. If you're removing, you know, a fair amount of... Oh, I'm just shaking the shit out of that camera. Right here, boys. Get your fix. Get your fix. Get your fix. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. Oh my god, they're gorgeous. Oh, this is a great Run the Jewel song. I love this, like... Oops, way out of tune. Good. I assume there's the same deal that goes in here with the little, like, claws like that. Super cool. I'm gonna guess that the smoke from it gave your sinus a burn or some sort of other contusion that caused infection to come through. I'm just sanding. Hands are so big it's easier to just use your palm. Each one of these is an inch. Monkey hands. Alright, what am I missing? J's? Missing a couple of J's. Let's use these. I'm watching as my little nub bin turns more and more red. Wait, is it coming out this week? I thought it was coming out later.
Non-stop music for your family. Even yeah, or when you go offline. This is too ad-free.
Honestly, dudes, I ordered a book and a bunch of stands that were supposed to be shipped in March. I don't know if they just got delayed or what, but I know it's all hinging on the books because they got the stands in February or something. Oh, let's get some more at the same time. Pushing the shit out of me today.
Motherfuckers always hating on something. Took a small break, fill up my plate, cause all of this running around got me hungry. So I'm out back, chilling my life, ain't no need to be panicked. Soon as I fix this back, rock that ass like that.
God damn.
See the bone songs with immaculate flow. Yeah, well, who's the asshole? Told you I had a rap flow. When I'm out, stepped into my future, blocked out that noise, and I came back again.
Bruce Willis on Royce.
Got that smooth shit, sniffing on some floor. Now walked out of that smoke car with my game fighting on point. I'm feeling real good right now. Yeah.
Alright.
I'm feeling real fine.
Hmm.
I'm feeling real good right now. Yeah. I'm feeling real fine. They asked about me.
Feeling real good right now. I'm willing to bet that this kit, oh, the cat's freaking out. I'm willing to bet that this kit was pretty intricate for its time. Thinking about it, like back in the year 2000, Sazabi. This is Char's counterattack, if I'm not mistaken. I have never seen Char's counterattack, so that's what you get. Oh, look, no claws. Claws are only in the brick off. It does get this a little bit of this action, though. That boys. Hi, Jeff. Night. Night, Paul. Who's nighting? Everybody's nighting. You're all nighting out. Maybe I should just end the stream. Seems like a right time. Everybody's going to bed. Everybody's going to bed. Makes sense. It's only 11 o'clock on the East Coast. I joke. I spend too much time staying up late working on that GBA build. Ah. When was the last time you built something, Don? Oh, yeah, this beautiful explosion, arm explosion, leg explosion. Of course, Jeff. Cool. Ah, that was, what, a couple months ago, if I'm not mistaken. What are you, bereft of kids? Oh, puppies. Where's my remote?
In a recent report, we found out that the world's largest orange is actually a clementine. And police tonight are looking for a man who hailed a cab with a severed hand. Each story and more. This just in. Strange weather patterns have been
Yes, the art is definitely sick. Stuff a girl dreams of mechanics that never would be. I'm guessing that inside the inside the arm is where the beam saber goes. I know that the Verka has a better mechanic detail for that. Oh yeah, absolutely done. Especially if you're having like a big changeover like that, your former roommate moving out, and the changeover within your living space, and getting the opportunity to utilize that space at a cost to yourself. Yeah, why not? No need to push. Alright, so I'm still here. It's interesting. So this kit is a lot of large components, right? 3 and 6, exactly. Which in later kits I imagine, because I have yet to build the other Sazabi, that they will be made up of multiple components, as opposed to, it's kind of like a Re in modern. Right. Okay, so missing this one. There we go. I'm unfamiliar with the Okawara book. It sounds cool. I like books. I've always liked books. My wife really likes books. This one here, a little sneak thief. And these ones as well. Alright. Wow. Hey guys, we're about to clear up some runners. I'm supposed to put this somewhere, was I? Expanded. That's almost all of it's for that. I might just cut this straight off. Yep. That's the best way to do that. Yeah. Alright, what's next? Cues. These are okay. Ah. It's hiding on the shield. What? Nice. The book that I have coming from USA Gundam Store is the panel scrapping book, which was a pre-order item I picked up on a whim way back before Christmas. And I've just been waiting. I have a pretty large selection of books that I can share with you guys. If you guys are interested in that, I've actually thought about sharing some of the different books that I've collected for various reasons, various avenues. Colleen has got me some really, really cool books that you guys may not know are out there. And I think it'd just be kind of cool because there's a lot that you can learn just by reading. And, you know, I'm not just like, I read mostly technical stuff to the dismay of Colleen, but she's getting me to read more fiction and more creative stuff, and it's good because it's helping me be more creative myself. So, but on the other end, I have a bunch of really cool like Kickstarter project books. I got a great like Steve Johnson book that I bought in on the Kickstarter early. He was the guy that sculpted Slimer for the Ghostbusters, and like I'm not going to go into the nitty, but a lot of stuff. It's in the book, and he wrote it very creatively. I've got some cool stuff by Rick Barry, Frank Rosetta, Barry Windsor Smith, Bernie Wrightson, a couple things by Neil Adam. I just got a Kickstarter from Bart Sears, a kind of a uh, limited book with a selection of how do you want to say, a graphic selection and a bunch of stuff on drawing. It's pretty cool. I don't know. It's hard for me to put into words right now, but actually need another drink.
I think they'll all agree with me once they hear it.
Cool. One leg is done. I'll be right back.
I feel unhappy. I feel so bad. I have lost the best friend that I ever had. She was my woman. I love her so. But it's too late now. I let her go. I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it. Oh, it hurts so bad in my life. It's gonna be a change in my life. We said the year, we said each day, in love together, found a way, but soon the world had its evil way. My heart was crying, love went astray. Ah, I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it. Oh, it hurts so bad in my life. It's gotta be a change in my life. Somebody gotta help me. It took so long to realize
Is this song, same song playing over again? I was away, so I have no idea. What I'm trying to find now. Oh, of course, yeah, and I'm thinking of what you guys are talking about. I missed the boat on those as well. I have a handful of Gundam weapons, standalone Complex. I had the MiG in Combat Books 1 and 2. I have the MS3 weathering book. I have mobile suit archive for the Sinanju. Excuse me. I have the Moby Suits paintbrush book. A bunch of stuff. Plus, I have like the MIG catalog and stuff like that. But if you can, on my this much of my catalog, that's you have no reference of what that is. It's all Gundam books. I have some classic books too, like Intron Depot 1 by Masamune Shiro, of Ghost in the Shell and Black Magic M66 and Pat Labor fame. I have the Groundwork of Evangelion book. I've got some Geiger books, Barry Windsor. An old Bernie Wrightson book from the 70s. Awesome Guillermo del Toro book that Cullen gave me. It's a great book. What is this? Oh. Okay. Cool. I'll look into that. Thank you. Alright, that's one half of this is done. What is this? Something on sci-fi? Wait a minute. Is this Expanse? This is the Expanse? No, it's Superman. What the hell? Krypton? I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know what I'm watching. Commercials. I'm such an old man. What am I watching? Who is this? Who are these kids? What is this guy? What is he doing over here? Was he delivering newspapers? I bet the people that own Watsky are gonna hear this song and they're gonna make my video mute. It's weird if you use like auto translate on Google to translate the dialogue in those books. As doesn't exactly work out. I'm lucky my buddy Kevin at the shop can read Chinese, so I've got my own translator, as it were. What the heck? Alright, I'll find this. I'll be right back. Great success.
I see my redhead best friend to shed creepy sweet. The stink smells, this smells like companies. It didn't hurt, but blood's worth, stop checking me on a tree. After I count down 3 rounds of hell, you come with me.
Oh yeah. Forgot I made this sign. It says sippy time. No, I know. I'm absolutely used to the Google translations for the Japanese stuff, but to try and translate Chinese through Google Translate, it's like, why am I, fuck, why am I even trying? Because it doesn't make any sense. Literally, especially Active Translate. Active Translate is a mess when it comes to that stuff, because it's translating it in like so many different things. If you shift a word ever so slightly, it becomes something totally different. Anyways, I'm just bitching. Don't mind me. Ooh, Jeff, what calamity book do you have? Live? I can only imagine what live would happen. No, but seriously though, what calamity book do you have? As a calamity collector myself, what book do you have? I look kind of like an elf right now, I feel. Ah, Abacan. Abacan's so good, right? Lucas, really great. I don't know if you ever talked to him. He's such a nice guy. All right, where was I? All right, these are 15s. What about 24? There's 24. Right, 24. Oh no. Oh, you're totally alone. That's what they never tell you, is that every time that they tell you you're not alone, you're actually alone. We'll take your money. You need somebody to tell you to get better. I mean, I don't know. There's different things, you know? Everybody's got their own shit. Trust me, I got my own shit. But this whole, like, going to a home to spend a bunch of money is ridiculous, in my opinion. Oh, here you go. Oh, we have Killer Mike again. LP and Killer Mike, and then Killer Mike and Outcast. This is Discord. Okay, Jeff, when exactly did you post these things so that I can backstock your posts?
Take a little trip, hater, pack up your mind. Look forward, not behind, let me see what you find. I saw the sucker die, he thought it was mine. If it's mama, if it's all about it, let's get down. I got a leader. Don't take no shots, I don't use them. Asian, I don't even get the ready to reason. Only if I need to know the smoke or the weather. I'm a cool type of brother, but yeah, your head I from the neck. See, ain't nothing changed, hit the stage. Still a big stuff, every battle we can engage. Wife you, marry you, divorce you, stole a Porsche you. This was a force to do. I'm back against the wall. Get back, y'all. No, it ain't getting nowhere. I have the average dollar chill in it. Throw a shirl in it, thread in it. Whatever floats your boat, I find you lost remote. And this is for the working at the airport who got
What do
laid
we
off.
got
I take
here?
my shades off, but you betrayed my eyes.
Oh.
See the sky.
Jeff posting these Zeta records. Which one are these? 219.
Player, I grind, focus is crime. Raw with the rhyme, stick with the slime. My words are time, dug out of mine. Bitter, violent, look how they shine. Bitter,
Mouse, mouse.
I get to be running like brand new house. Riding out like a brand new house. I'm rolling my smoke, tapping no mouth. Thumbing your now all you get. Rock your boat like a deer and talk. Back, forth. Get that fella on forth. Make that track a forth. Rap, roll, utterly rock with my mouth to the mic and my hand on my Cadillac outcast. This won't stop.
It came through eventually, Jeff. 19. That's right. So many polycaps just in these couple of parts. Come on, dogs up. You're all getting visited by the overlapping sounds of Drake's drinking. Let's see how long Drake drinks for today. Still going. You guys thought I was kidding. Dude will he'll drink and drink and drink and drink, drink, drink. He does this shit at like 3 in the morning.
People that night, so the next night, people like, hi, what's up, Shaky? So that's okay.
Alright. Hey, you finished. It was like a minute. Like at least 60 seconds. Maybe like a minute 10. He's a thirsty McGurk. What can I say? Right. And I'm just loading this motherfucker up with polycaps for some reason. Yo, dog, I heard you like polycaps. Oh, the other end of the 19s. How the F about that? Sweet toes. I'm ready. Sweet toes. Never stop to bed.
Oh, wait! We got ourselves another one. No complaining, just champagne. Because the only time you ever succeed is when it's time to party. You don't need to play. It's just the treat you pay.
That's just only center. Not bad for a nub sanding part. A couple seconds.
As a health administrator, you and your team work every day to integrate the delivery of quality care into the daily workflow.
This is a highly specified commercial.
Of long-term health and chronic disease prevention is the treatment of tobacco addiction. Health systems
Wow.
for tobacco-free New York can provide your organization with experienced professional.
What if you don't have an organization?
And tailored technical
I'm just saying that I bet I can skip this commercial.
tobacco users speak.
Boom. Oh, these guys are Peace, Jeff. There's gotta only be a couple of you guys left in here anyway. I feel like that's right. Alright, so you got this thing, you got that thing. Alright, and okay, so that and that and that. Uh-huh. Right, I guess that's it, yeah. All this here. Troubleshooting and crying. Okay. Focus. Okay. I guess that's the way that works. Doesn't seem right. Turned out it was. Ooh. Open the camera again. Hmm. Oh yeah, the guy that does one in the basic. As impressive as this is. You know what, guys? It's 1:45 here on the East Coast. I'm gonna call it quits. I think that that's like a coup de grace. There you go. Some feet together. There's what, one more piece? There's a couple more pieces. That's alright. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. Night, Mike. Don, if you're the other one here. Night to you as well. And I'll check everybody next time. I'll probably have a bunch more of this done. Maybe we'll be working on the Verka. I don't know. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. It's another day, another dollar. Have a good night. Thanks again. Bye.